Hello people, welcome one and all to Jojo's Learning Club.
Hello everyone. Today I will be discussing on work problems on areas of plane figures. We will be discussing four problems in this section. So the first problem is a rectangular tray is 820 millimeter long and 400 millimeter wide. That is what you see, a rectangular tray over here. Okay, and it's find its area A in terms of millimeter square, B in terms of centimeter square, and C in terms of meter square. So this is the rectangular tray. What is the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is given as length into breadth, right? In this case, you can say that length into width. What is the length given? It is said that already 820 millimeter and width is 420 millimeter. Sorry, 400 millimeters. So what it gives? It gives 328,000 millimeter square is this area of this rectangular tray. Now we have to find all the parts of the question. The first part is in terms of millimeter square, that we have already completed. Next one is to terms of centimeter square. We have to find the area of this rectangle in terms of centimeter square. So how to convert millimeter to centimeter? 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. So what is 1 centimeter square? It is 10 into 10, that is 100 millimeter square. So again, to convert this area in terms of millimeter square, you have to divide this value divided by 100 to get in terms of centimeter square. So 3280 centimeter square is this area of this rectangular tray. Now we have completed the second portion, and the third one is in terms of meter square. Let's find the relation between 1 meter and centimeter. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So 1 meter square is 10,000 centimeter square. So to convert in terms of meter square, you can take this centimeter square value and divide it by 10,000 to get the value in terms of meter square. So 0.3280 meter square is the value in terms of meter square for the rectangular tray. So that's all for the first question. And now let's discuss the second problem. The second question is, find the cross sectional area of the figures shown below. In figure A and the area of part shown in figure B. So let's do the first part of the problem. You can see a girder formed with three rectangles, that is rectangle A. Let's name it a rectangle A, and this is rectangle B, and this is the rectangle C. So to find the cross-sectional area of this girder, what you have to do, you have to add the area of each of these rectangles shown. So let's calculate the area of this figure. So area of this girder is area of rectangle A plus area of rectangle B plus area of rectangle C. Okay, so let's directly find that. Area of rectangle A, you know the length. The length is given as 50 millimeter and the breadth is 5 millimeter. So 50 into 5, which will give you 250 millimeter square is the area of rectangle A. Now let's find the area of rectangle B. Rectangle B, length is not given, but the breadth is given as 6 millimeter. The total length of the girder is given as 75. If you minus the width of rectangle A and the width of rectangle C, you will get the value of the length of the rectangle B. Let's find it out. 75 minus, what you have to do, the width of rectangle A, that is minus 5, and also you have to minus what, the length of rectangle C, that is minus 8, which will give you 62. 62 times what is the width? 6. So 62 into 6 is 372 millimeter square. And now let's find the area of rectangle C. It is also easy. Length is given, breadth is given, 870 millimeter times 8. that is 70 times 8, that is 560 millimeter square. So to find the cross-sectional area of this girder, you just have to add all these values. So 250 millimeter square plus 372 plus 560 millimeter square will give you 1182 millimeter square. When you want to express this in terms of centimeter square, what you have to do, you just have to divide by 100. So it will give, if the value would be in terms of centimeter square. So 11.82 centimeter square is the answer for the first part of the problem. Now let's find the second part. You have to find the area of the path. How can we get the area of this path from this figure? If you subtract the area of the rectangle, inner rectangle, from the area of the outer rectangle, you will get the area of the path. That is this darkened portion in the figure. So to find the area of the path, you can find it by area of the outer rectangle minus area of the inner rectangle. So how can we find the area of the outer rectangle? The length 25 meter and the width 20 meter is already given. So area of the outer rectangle is what? 25 into 20, that is 500 meter square. It is said in terms of meter, so meter into meter, 500 meter square. Now let's find the area of the inner rectangle. Area of the inner rectangle. We don't have the length of the inner rectangle, but we have this width, right? This width is there in the figure, right? So this is 2 millimeter here, 2 meter here, and this is also 2 meter here. So if we subtract from 25 length minus 2, you will get the length of the inner rectangle. What is it? 25 minus 4, that is 21. Similarly, to get the width of the inner rectangle, if you subtract from the outer rectangle width 2 meter from each side, you will get the length of the width of the inner rectangle, that is 20 minus 4, and that is 16. So 21 into 16 will give you the answer for the area of inner rectangle, that is 336. So what you have to do, so area of the path is 500 minus 336, that is 164, that is 164 meter square. I hope it's clear. And now let's do our third problem. So now let's discuss the third problem. Find the area of the parallelogram shown in figure. So here a parallelogram is shown, A, B, C, D. So this is a parallelogram. So what are the properties of a parallelogram? For a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other. So the length AD is same as length BC, and also length BC is same as length AB. Also, they are also parallel to each other. Now we have to find the area of this parallelogram. What is the area of the parallelogram? Area of the parallelogram is given as the base into perpendicular height. Okay, so we already know the base. Base is what? 25. This is the base of parallelogram, right? So 25 we already know, but height we have no idea. How can we find the height? If we know the base and the hypotenuse theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? For a right angle triangle, a hypotenuse square is equal to the base square plus altitude square. That is, hypotenuse square is the sum of base square plus altitude square. From this you can easily find the height. Height is the altitude. So let's substitute this equation for our question. So what it would be? Hypotenuse square is 15 square, right? Again, the base is what? CE is a base. How to find CE? CE is what? DE minus CE. That is 34 minus 25, and that is 9. So 9 square, that is a base square, plus altitude square is h square. H square is what? 15 square minus 9 square. Let's find it out. 225 and minus 81. So h square is 144 and h is root of 144 plus or minus 12, plus minus 12 is neglected. So 12 millimeter is the value, right? Because dimensions are in millimeter. So 12 millimeter is the height. Now we can easily substitute here. 25 into 12 will give you the value for area of this parallelogram, that is 300 millimeter square. That's all for this problem, and I hope everything is clear. Now let's directly go to the fourth problem of this section. The fourth problem is the figure shows below the gable end of a building. So gable end of a building is shown with in this figure. Determine the area of brickwork. So we have to find the area of brickwork in this gable end. So we have to find the area of brickwork. You can see that in this figure a triangle and a rectangle is formed. If you add the areas of this rectangle and the triangle, you will get the area of the brickwork needed. So area of rectangle is what? Length into breadth, and you already have the width, or length into breadth, or length into width. So, and also you have the length, right? So you can easily find the area of the rectangle using the formula length into width. Again, to find the area of the triangle, you need area is half into base into perpendicular height. Base is already known. What is the base? Base is 8. Again, you need the height. How can we find the height? This is the height. How can we find the height? If we know the base and the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle, you can easily find the height using Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem states that the hypotenuse square is the sum of base square and height square. So this is a hypotenuse. We already know this is 5, and this is half of the right angle form. This line bisects the triangle in equal parts. So this is 4 and this is 4. So we know the base is 4 and this is 5. So the height is 3 using Pythagoras theorem. That is 5 square plus 4 square plus h square. This was h, right? The height. So h square is 25 minus 16, and that is 9, and h is plus or minus 3, so minus is neglected, so you get h as 3. So now you have the height too. So let's find the area of let's call this triangle ABD. So area of triangle ABD, let's mark it BDEF here, plus area of triangle ABD plus area of rectangle BDEF will give you the area of the brickwork needed. So half into, now we have all the parameters for our problem and we can easily find the answer. Half into base is what? Base is 8 into height is 3, right? So 4 into 3, 12. Again, L into B it is, right? 8 into 6. Length 8 meter and the width is 6 millimeter. That is 48 millimeter, 48 meter plus 12 meter, that is 60 meter square. Sorry, I have not mentioned, yes, meter into meter square. So 60 meter is the area of the gable and area of the brickwork needed in the gable end. So that's all for today's section. And on my next section, we will discuss further work problems based on areas of plane figures. So let's see you over there. Bye bye. Take care.